Hi guys, Alex Underwood, and welcome back to my channel, my aliens. Today I am doing this green eyeshadow look with some freckles. I do not do a lot of precision liner when it comes to my makeup, so I decided to do that on my cut crease today to, get in the habit and practice that kind of stuff a little bit more. But also, it is St. Patrick's Day weekend here in Chicago. This will not be up on St. Patrick's Day, but I figured you guys would still want to see what I came up with this weekend and what I'm doing. This is my Friday look for St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to a party at my friend's house, and I figured, it may not be the parade and the dyeing of the river, but it's still a party, and I'm Irish, so you know us Irish love to party. She actually decided to throw this party in my culture's honor, which I am so thankful for. She is one of my best friends in Chicago. Her name is Lily. We actually had a Mardi Gras party for her culture a few weeks ago, so I thought it was so sweet of her to want to throw a St. Patrick's Day themed party for me and what I have celebrated my whole life. But if you want to learn how to do this look, go ahead and stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get this look started. First I put on some tape, and now I am blending shade Abduction from the Jeffree Star Alien Palette all over my crease, because that is going to be our transition color today. So I am just blending that out, taking it all the way up to the brow bone, because I want to also put a green highlight on top of it later to really pull out the green tones we have here. Next I'm going in and I am just marking out where that cut crease is going to sit. I am using a shade from Jeffree Star's Androgyny palette. This is shade Swallow, and I am just using this to mark out where I want the crease to go. We are doing a winged out crease today, and I have not done one of these on my channel yet, so I figured I'd go ahead and do one. This was one of my St. Patrick's Day looks, just by the way. So I am just tracing out that eye, making sure that I am not getting it too far below. Of course we're going to clean it up, but I want to try and make it as even as I can to start out with, so there's less work to do later with the cutting of the crease. So I am just packing that blue shadow on after I get that marked line down there as kind of a guide, and then we're just going back in and really building that color up so it is nice and pigmented, and you can really see that beautiful navy blue tone underneath before we start blending in with some green shadows. And I'm not blending out yet. I will start blending out when we start getting more towards the green tones, because I want this to be super blue and pigmented. So I am just packing that color on rather than blending right now. We're gonna worry about blending later after we get all that down. And next I'm going in with a green eyeshadow. This is shade Hatter from the Urban Decay Through the Looking Glass palette, and I am just packing that on the top, kind of going a little bit over the blue shade so they can start blending together, but not completely over it, because we do want that blue area to still shine through. So I am just packing that color on, and then we're going to worry about blending it after we get it as pigmented as we possibly can, because pigmentation is everything on this channel. We love our bright poppy colors, and I think these colors mix really well together. So I am just packing that green on and blending it in with the blue to start that transition from the blue to green to lighter green. So pack it on, and then little blending motions, making sure you have a lot of control in your hands when you're blending, because you want to keep the illusion of this shape that we're going for, and if you blend it too much, then it's going to make it muddy and not really match up with the shape that we're going for this eye look. So just lots of back and forth, adding the blue tone and the green tone shadows and blending them together, making sure that we get that smooth transition before we start blending the green with the lighter green. Next, I'm going in with that lighter green shade that we were using earlier. So this is the shade Abduction from the Jeffree Star Alien Palette, and I'm just using that to start blending out the darker green that we put down and help that transition be a little bit more smoothly from the green to the dark green to the lighter green. And just going back and forth until it's as blended as I want it to be, making sure that the colors don't get too muddied, and also they still have that full pigmentation that we are going for, because that is what this look is all about. Crazy pigmentation is where it is at and what we are going for this eye look. So just going back and forth with the light green and the dark green, making sure that they transition nice and smoothly. And after you get that all blended out, we're going to go ahead and cut the crease. So I am using my Tarte Shape Tape concealer in shade Fair to cut out and make sure that that crease line is super sharp, and also putting down kind of a base for the other shadow that we're going to be putting on the lid. So make sure you do not set this concealer, because it is going to help the other shadow, the shiny shadow we're going to put down, stick to it and really make the shimmer of it pop. So make sure you take your time and be very careful and follow the crease line that you placed before, which is your guide, and that's going to help you really make sure that you're getting the exact shape that you want. That's why we traced it out already. So it's going to make your job even easier if you already traced that out. We're just cleaning up any lines, making sure that it all looks nice and perfect. And for the lid, we are going in with shade Alien from the Jeffree Star Alien Palette. It is kind of a shimmery green shade, and we are just packing that all over the lid until it is as pigmented as we want it to be, which of course is always peak pigmentation. And it's going to go all over the lid. Don't worry about blending it anywhere because it is already done. And now I'm going in with liner. Today I'm using my Lush Gold Glitter Liner, and I am just doing a regular wing liner, but we are also going to be tracing the crease with this glitter as well to sort of accent that crease to make it pop a little bit more, as if it doesn't already pop enough. But I thought that adding the shimmery liner on the crease as well just really pulled the look together and made it look nice and uniformed. So make sure you're very, very careful, and make sure you don't have too much product on the brush when you go in to do that crease line, because if there's too much product on the brush, then it's not going to give you the crisp, clean, thin line that you're going for. And of course, you're going to connect those two at the wing and wing it out a little bit more, so you still get that sharp wing going on, but make sure you do connect those two liners together, the two lines of liners together. I'm having trouble talking today, but yep, you're just gonna wing that out, and you know, it's gonna look fabulous, because who doesn't love a gold glitter liner? Next, I'm going in all over my face with my Kat Von D Lock It Foundation in shade Light 45 Warm. I already primed my face with my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer earlier, so we are just buffing and blending this foundation all over the skin, making sure that we have that perfect beat we are going for. And so we are full coverage, because you know I'm a full coverage queen. So we just pack that all over the face, and do not forget your neck, because you want your neck and your face to be the same color. And also, if your ears are showing, make sure you put some on your ears, because it'll look weird if your ears are not the same color as your face as well. So if you got your ears showing, make sure you go ahead and pop that foundation on there as well. Next, I'm going in with concealer. This is, again, my Tarte Shape Tape concealer in shade Fair, and I am just putting that under my eyes to sort of brighten up the eye area, and really packing that down, making sure that it really brightens up that area and creates that highlight under the eyes that we're going for. And of course, setting my face with the usual RCMA no color powder, baking a little bit extra under the eyes so we get that extra brightness that I was talking about. That's gonna just help bring it to the next level, and it's gonna help keeping it from creasing in the future when you're wearing this look out all day. And of course, powder your neck. Next, I'm going in under my eye. I'm using the same 3 shades I used above the crease for the under eye. So first I'm going in with shade Abduction, and I'm just smoking that out a lot, making sure that I take it up into the wing, because we want to connect the under eye with the underneath of the wing so we have that cohesive look going. So you're going to go ahead and drag that and pack that color on and blend out. And then we're going to move on to another color in a little bit, and we are using shade Hatter next. So this is the green shade, the darker green shade we used above, and I am just packing that on the under eye, blending it into the lighter green, but making sure I pack it on first so we get that pigmentation that we're going for. And of course, follow it through to the wing as well, so we have that full look going. Next, I am going in with the blue shade we used above. So this is shade Swallow from the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. And this color you are going to keep right up against the lash line. Don't bring it down too far. Do still take it up along the wing, but you want this to stay as close to the eye as possible so we get that blending effect of the blue to the green to the lighter green. And then, of course, blend it in with the green shadow as well. Pack on that color and then blend. Pack on the color and blend until you get the pigmentation and blending that you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. This is the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I am just carving those cheeks out today. We are doing an extreme contour because, you know, I like to look like my face is being cut and nice and crisp and just like fantastic. I love contouring and I think it's lots of fun, so we're just packing on this shade, and we're also going to be putting on another bronzer as well in a little bit, which is the Ciate Bamboo bronzer. So then you're going to put on both of those bronzers, and then you're going to blend them out with another brush to make sure you don't have any harsh lines, because harsh lines are no fun, so you really want to blend that out. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte blush. This is shade Tarte, and I'm putting a little bit on the tip of my nose and also on the apples of my cheeks, blending it in with the contour, just so we can kind of liven up our face a little bit more after we put on all that foundation, get a little color back. Next is highlighting, my absolute favorite part. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit, and I am using shade Lucky Clover. I'm putting that on my under eye, my inner corner, my nose, my cupid's bow, and of course my cheekbones. We are going for an extreme highlight today, so really pack on that color before you start blending it out. We want to look like we are glowing green from the inside. And as you can see, I also popped on some mascara and lashes off camera. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and then I put on 2 pairs of Ardell wispies on the top of the lash, and then I also cut up a pair of Ardell wispies and put them on the bottom, one at the inner corner, one at the center, and one at the outer corner. We are doing some freckles today, so I am just taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in shade Auburn and a tiny, tiny little detail brush and just poking those little freckles all over my face, on my nose, if you on my forehead, just wherever you feel like you need a freckle, poke a freckle there. And then of course you can use other shades as well to kind of give a variation. I like to use auburn, taupe, and sometimes a darker brown as well, just so I get the different variations of color in the freckles. Last but certainly not least, I'm doing my lips. This is my Tarte lip paint in shade Birthday Suit, and I am just outlining the natural line of my lips. So we're not doing too big of lips today because we did the super, super bold eyes, so we're going for a little bit more subtle of a lip for this look. Guys, I'm obsessed with this look. Guys, I love it. I like stopped doing like cut creases that winged out like in high school because I wasn't awesome at them, but I'm really, really, really glad that I did one today because I killed it. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but like, dang, this is beautiful. I'm like shook. And like I have green eyes, so it just looks good with my eyes as well. But like, I'm obsessed. I'm probably going to start doing cut creases like this more often. I know I usually do just like the rounded halo or even just the half cut crease, but I think this one is super fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Happy late St. Patrick's Day to everyone. If you want to hang out with me when I'm not on YouTube, you can follow me on Snapchat at Alex_Underwood and on Twitter and Instagram at Alex with 2 X's to 1E17. If you forget that second X, you won't be able to find me, and you guys can also look me up on my website, which will always be linked down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, and share so others can join in the alien family and learn how to beat their faces to the gods, because everyone deserves to look this fancy if they want to. I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye, my aliens.